We will have an opportunity for a second round. Thank you very much, Senator Hirono. Senator Rounds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, let me just say thank you to all of you for your offer of additional service to our country. Mr. Velez-Green, the one issue that I've continued to push here has been the issue of spectrum and the defense of it. Forcing the department to vacate the 3.1 to 3.45 gigahertz and the 7.4 to 8.4 gigahertz bands of the spectrum, or to share them with other users in a suboptimal manner, would have severe negative impacts on our warfighting capabilities, including homeland defense missions and force protection of our deployed troops. I've heard from now 51 senior defense officials who agree with that assessment. Do you agree with the assessment that forcing the department to share those covered bands with commercial interests or with other federal users in a suboptimal manner would negatively impact critical defense systems?
Yes, Senator, and if confirmed, I look forward to supporting efforts to ensure the department has access to the spectrum required to defend our nation.
Including those areas that I just mentioned?
Yes, Senator.
Thank you. Let me go on just a little bit. As you can tell from the discussions that have occurred here, there's a real concern here about not only the ability for our country to maintain and to be prepared for any kind of response in the Indo-Pacific region with our pacing threat. There's also a concern that we have to be able to maintain our capabilities around the rest of the world. So let me just work through this a little bit, because I think one of the issues that you're going to get hit up with on this is that during your time at Heritage, you repeatedly called for prioritizing Asia over other theaters. You also argued that focusing defense resources on other theaters, such as Europe, has, and I quote, detracted from our ability to strengthen deterrence against China. So I want to work my way through just a few questions with you. And we talked about this when you were in my office. In June, President Trump ordered strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Did this use of defense resources in the Middle East detract from the president's counter-China policy? Simple yes or a no would be good.
No, Senator.
Okay. In September, President Trump issued an executive order assuring the security of the state of Qatar, in which President Trump committed to acting militarily, if necessary, to defend the state of Qatar. Would the use of military force to defend Qatar detract from the president's counter-China policy, in your view?
Senator, if directed by the president, we would field forces to defend Qatar as directed. And in that process, we'd work to ensure that we do that in a way that reinforces our ability to deter China.
Okay. Saudi...
Mr. Velez-Green, you're doing great, but if you just move the whole speaker system over closer, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Just we'll get comfortable there. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will visit Washington later this month. Riyadh and the Trump administration are reportedly discussing a defense pact, and the Saudis have sought formal U.S. guarantees to defend the kingdom, as well as access to more advanced U.S. weaponry, according to Reuters. If President Trump signs such an agreement, would the dedication of defense resources to Saudi Arabia's defense detract from the president's policy of deterring China? A yes or a no?
Senator Rounds, here as well, if directed, we would flow force and empower them to support the president's intent in defending Saudi. I would also, Senator, just say unequivocally that it is my view the United States has interests at stake in the Middle East, that we should not withdraw from the Middle East, and that we can and should adopt a posture in the Middle East that not only vindicates our interest in that region, but also, and again, complements and reinforces our ability to deter China at the same time.
Okay. Fair to say that the United States has to be in a position with our defense strategy to look at deterrence in more than one theater?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. Senator Sullivan, one of my colleagues here, as well as some of my other colleagues, spoke on Tuesday about the fact that Congress has been left entirely in the dark on the Pentagon's strategic documents, the NDS in particular. Setting that aside, I just kind of want to ask this in a little bit different way. First, given that you were the acting Undersecretary of Defense for Policy at that time, what interagency engagements did you have with the National Security Council, the White House, State Department, and others during the development phase before its publication in March?
this is with respect to the interim National Defense Strategic
Yep.
Guidance, I believe. We developed that document in direct coordination with the Secretary's front office, support his direction and intent. With respect to interagency coordination or notification, those are conversations. There were discussions, but I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to discuss the particulars in this setting.
I understand. So what I would ask, are you prepared to provide this committee with evidence of those in a classified setting?
I'd be prepared to share as much as possible, absolutely, in a classified setting.
Very good. I will ask for that as in my questions for the record. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.